Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to Timeless Wisdom, where we share simple, practical tips to make everyday life a little easier and a lot more joyful. Have you ever stepped into someone's home and wondered how they managed to keep it looking so neat and inviting, even with the busy rhythm of daily life? It's not magic, and it's not about having endless hours to clean. There are a few clever habits that seasoned homemakers have mastered, subtle secrets that make a home feel effortlessly tidy and well-loved. Today, I'm going to share those very secrets with you. If you've ever felt frustrated, spending hours tidying up only to feel like your home still isn't quite where you want it to be, don't worry, you're not alone. But the good news is, it doesn't have to be so hard. With a few smart strategies, you can create a home that feels organized, peaceful, and beautiful without exhausting yourself. In this video, we'll explore 7 time-tested techniques that can truly transform the way you care for your home. These are practical, no-fuss methods that work whether you live in a cozy apartment or a spacious house. And best of all, they don't require fancy gadgets or hours of free time, just a little intention and consistency. So, grab your favorite cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's dive into these simple yet powerful homekeeping tips together. Before we begin, I'd love to hear from you. If you're ready to learn these secrets, type a 1 in the comments below to let me know you're with me on this journey. And if you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe to Timeless Wisdom, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on more practical tips for living your best life. All right, let's get started. The 2-minute rule. What you're about to learn isn't just a matter of cleaning tips. These are smart strategies that will save you time and energy and keep your home welcoming and inviting. If you don't apply these techniques, you'll continue to waste precious time on tasks that could be much simpler and more effective. Get ready, because I'm going to reveal secrets that many people have spent years discovering. Stay until the end, because the last tip is the most surprising of all and could be exactly what your home routine was missing. Tip 1. The 2-minute rule. There's a simple technique that can completely revolutionize the organization of your home. It is something so basic that many people ignore it, but it makes a huge difference in your daily life. I am talking about the 2-minute rule, and it will change the way you view household chores forever. The problem this hack solves is the constant accumulation of small clutter. You know the drill. A piece of clothing thrown on a chair here, a dirty dish in the sink there, papers scattered across the table. Each individual item may seem insignificant, but together they create that feeling of a house that's always messy, even after you've cleaned it all up. The rule is simple. If a task takes 2 minutes or less to complete, do it right away. Don't put it off until later. Did you put away a piece of clothing? Put it away immediately. Did you use a glass? Wash and dry it immediately. Did you receive a letter? Open it, read it, and decide what to do with it without delay. Let me give you a practical example of how this works. When you get home from work, what usually happens? You throw your bag on the couch, leave your keys somewhere, take off your shoes, and leave them there. In 2 minutes, you could put your bag back in the right place, hang your keys on the hook, and put your shoes on the shoe rack. It may seem silly, but this small action saves you from having to do a general cleaning later. The direct benefit of this action is impressive. First, you will never again be faced with a mountain of small tasks piling up. Second, your home will always look like a well-kept and organized place. Third, and perhaps most importantly, you will save a lot of time and energy that would otherwise be spent doing everything at once. When you apply this rule consistently, something magical happens. Your mind also becomes more organized because you're not carrying around that mental list of things you need to do. It's liberating to know that you don't have little tasks piling up around the house. The organizing box system. Tip 2. The organizing box system. One of the biggest challenges we face at home is knowing where to store everything. This creates a constant feeling of clutter, even when we try to organize. The solution lies in a simple but very efficient system that uses organizing boxes strategically. The problem that this technique solves is the lack of a specific place for each type of object. When we don't know where to put something, we usually leave it anywhere. Over time, this creates a generalized mess that seems impossible to control. To put this tip into practice, you will need boxes of different sizes. They can be shoe boxes, plastic jars, wicker baskets, or any container you have at home. The important thing is that each box has a specific and well-defined function. I'll give you a real-life example of how to organize. In the living room, have a box for remote controls, chargers, and batteries. In the bedroom, have a box for jewelry and another for beauty products that you use on your vanity. In the kitchen, separate a box for small spices and another for kitchen utensils that you use less frequently. The secret is to label each box, or if you prefer something more visual, leave part of the box transparent so you can see the contents. This way, everyone in the family knows exactly where to find and store each item. The great advantage of this system is that it creates a specific place for everything. When each object has its rightful place, it becomes much easier to stay organized. Plus, when it's time to look for something, you know exactly where it is. You no longer waste time rummaging through drawers or searching in multiple places. Another important benefit is that this system makes cleaning much easier. When you need to clean a surface, simply remove the boxes, clean the surface, and put them back. It's much more practical than having to store several loose objects one by one. The zone cleaning technique. Tip 3. The zone cleaning technique. Many people feel overwhelmed by cleaning their homes because they try to do everything at once. This approach often leads to burnout and the feeling that you can never get it all done. There is a much smarter way to organize your cleaning by dividing your home into specific zones. The big problem with traditional cleaning is that it takes up a lot of time and energy all at once. You spend all day cleaning the entire house on Saturday, you get exhausted, and by the middle of the week, it's all messy again. This creates a frustrating cycle that leaves everyone feeling discouraged. The zone technique works like this. Divide your home into 5 main areas. For example, Zone 1 could be the living room and entryway, Zone 2, the bedrooms, Zone 3, the bathrooms, Zone 4, the kitchen and utility area, and Zone 5, the outdoor areas like the backyard or porch. Each day of the week, you focus on just one zone. Let's see how this works in practice. On Monday, you spend just 20 or 30 minutes on Zone 1. You tidy up the living room, dust the furniture, vacuum, or sweep the floor. That's it. On Tuesday, it's the bedroom's turn. You make the beds, organize the clothes, wipe down the surfaces, and so on. What happens with this approach is amazing. Since you're cleaning each area once a week, you never let heavy dirt build up. The cleaning is quicker and more superficial, but your home always looks presentable. Plus, you never have to dedicate an entire day to cleaning. The direct benefits are huge. First, you save time because quick, frequent cleaning is more efficient than heavy, sporadic cleaning. Second, you never feel overwhelmed because you're only dealing with one part of the house at a time. Third, your house always looks tidy because no area is left unattended for too long. This technique also greatly reduces the stress associated with cleaning your home. When you know you only have one area to tackle today, the task seems much more manageable and less daunting. Before continuing with the next tip, if you are enjoying these strategies, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any news. And tell me here in the comments where you are watching from. I love knowing where our viewers are. The power of homemade cleaning products. Tip 4. The power of homemade cleaning products. Did you know that some of the best cleaning products are right there in your kitchen? Many people spend a lot of money buying commercial products without realizing that they can make homemade versions that are equally effective, cheaper, and much safer for the family. The problem with industrial products is not just their high price. Many contain harsh chemicals that can cause allergies, skin irritations, and respiratory problems, especially in children and the elderly. In addition, these products often come in packaging that generates more waste for the environment. The solution lies in three basic ingredients that you probably already have at home: white vinegar, baking soda, and lemon. With these three items, you can clean practically any surface in your home effectively and safely. I'll show you some practical recipes. For general cleaning, mix 1 part white vinegar with 1 part water in a spray bottle. This solution cleans glass, mirrors, tiles, and smooth surfaces, leaving everything shiny and spotless. To remove grease from the kitchen, make a paste with baking soda and a little water. Scrub gently and then rinse. To give your taps a nice smell and also have disinfectant properties, add a few drops of lemon juice to the vinegar and water mixture. Lemon is also excellent for removing limescale stains and leaving your taps sparkling like new. A special recipe for the bathroom. Mix 2 tablespoons of baking soda, 1 tablespoon of mild detergent, and half a cup of vinegar. This mixture removes dirt, kills germs, and leaves a fresh smell. It is perfect for cleaning the toilet, shower, and sink. The benefits are incredible. First, you save a lot of money because these ingredients cost a fraction of the price of industrial products. Second, your family is protected from harsh chemicals. Third, you contribute to a healthier environment because these products are biodegradable and do not pollute. Plus, these homemade products are very versatile. With the same basic ingredients, you can solve most of your household cleaning problems without having to have a cupboard full of different products for each situation. The 15 minutes a day strategy. Tip 5. The 15 minutes a day strategy. One of the biggest barriers to keeping your home organized is the feeling that it takes a lot of time to make a difference. Many people put off organizing because they think they'll need free time, which they never have. There's a simple strategy that solves exactly this problem. The thing is, we expect to have plenty of time to organize everything at once, but modern life rarely gives us that opportunity. Between work, family, and other responsibilities, there's little time left to take care of the house. As a result, many people live in a constant state of clutter, even though they want to have everything organized. The 15-minute-a-day strategy is revolutionary. Every day, at the same time, you dedicate just 15 minutes to organizing some part of the house. It could be in the morning before you leave, at lunchtime, or at night before dinner. The important thing is that it is always at the same time to create a habit. I'll show you how it works in practice. Today, you can spend 15 minutes organizing your living room table, which is always full of papers, letters, and other objects. Tomorrow, spend the time organizing a drawer in the kitchen. The next day, organize your closet, separating only one part, such as your shirts or pants. The trick is to focus on one small area at a time. In 15 minutes, you can make a significant difference in a limited space. Don't try to organize the entire bedroom, but focus on the nightstand. Don't try to organize the entire kitchen, but focus on the countertop or a specific drawer. What happens after a few weeks is amazing. Your house starts to look more organized without you even realizing the effort. Since you're tackling small areas constantly, you never let the clutter build up. Plus, 15 minutes goes by quickly, so you don't feel tired or overwhelmed. The direct benefits include a home that always looks presentable, even with the hustle and bustle of everyday life. You also develop the habit of organizing, which becomes natural and automatic. And most importantly, you prove to yourself that it is possible to keep everything in order, even with little time available. The object rotation method. Tip 6. The object rotation method. Many homes become cluttered and messy not because we lack space, but because we try to keep all of our objects visible and accessible at the same time. This creates a feeling of excess and makes it difficult to organize. There is a clever method that solves this problem. Rotating objects. The main problem is that we accumulate a lot of stuff over time, but we don't always use it all with the same frequency. For example, you might have 15 pairs of shoes, but only wear 5 or 6 regularly. Or you might have 20 books on your bookshelf, but only read 1. When everything is on display, it creates a sense of visual clutter. The rotation method works like this. You divide your objects into two categories, those you use frequently and those you use occasionally. The frequently used items are always accessible, while the others are stored away but organized for easy access when needed. Let's apply this to your wardrobe. Keep only the current season's clothes and a few essential pieces that you wear all the time in your closet. Store clothes from other seasons in labeled boxes or in another location. Change them every time the season changes. This frees up a lot of space and makes it easier to choose what to wear. In the kitchen, keep only the utensils you use almost every day on the counter, such as the coffee maker, the sugar jar, perhaps a jar of basic spices. Appliances that you only use occasionally, such as a mixer, blender, or sandwich maker, should be stored in the cupboard, but in easy-to-access places. For books and decorations, apply the same principle. Keep only the books you are currently reading or intend to read soon on the shelf. The rest can be stored in boxes or in another room. For decorative objects, rotate them every 2 or 3 months, changing the items on display. The benefits are impressive. First, your home looks cleaner and more organized because there are fewer items on display. Second, it's easier to clean because there are fewer items to remove and replace. Third, you rediscover items you'd forgotten about, giving you a sense of renewal without spending any money. The one in, one out rule. Tip 7. The one in, one out rule. The last tip is perhaps the most powerful for keeping your home organized in the long run. It's a simple principle, but it can completely transform the way you deal with the objects in your home. I'm talking about the one in, one out rule, and it will revolutionize your relationship with things. The biggest problem we face is the constant accumulation of objects. We buy new things, receive gifts, bring items home, but we rarely get rid of anything in the same proportion. Over time, this leads to excess objects, lack of space, and difficulty in keeping everything organized. The rule is simple. Whenever a new object enters your home, another similar object must leave. Did you buy a new blouse? Donate or throw away a blouse you no longer wear. Did you receive a book? Pause on a book you've already read and don't intend to read again. Did you buy a kitchen utensil? Remove another one that's taking up space without being used. Let me give you a practical example. You go shopping and find a beautiful pan that would be perfect for your kitchen. Before you buy it, think, which pan do you have at home could go? If you have 3 pans of the same size and only use 2, you can replace the third one with the new one. If you can't find any pan that could go, maybe you don't really need the new one. This rule is especially useful for clothing. For every new item that comes into your closet, an old item should go out. This keeps your closet from getting cluttered and ensures that you actually wear all of the clothes you own. Plus, when you donate clothes that are in good condition, you're helping others and giving new life to items that you no longer wear. To successfully apply this rule, always keep a donation box or bag. Whenever you identify an item that can be discarded, put it in the box. When the box is full, take it to be donated. This way, you keep a constant flow of items coming in and out. The benefits are extraordinary. First, you will never again have a problem with lack of space because the amount of objects remains controlled. Second, you will think more before buying because you know that you will have to give up something. Third, your home becomes more functional because you only keep the objects that you really use and value. Transform your home. Before I continue with the last special tip, I want to tell you about something special I prepared for those who want to go beyond this video. It's a complete guide with organization secrets that completely transform my home and can transform yours too. The link is in the pinned comment, and for a limited time, I'm offering a special discount for channel subscribers. Now, let's continue with the next tips, which are some of my favorites. We have reached the end of an incredible journey of discovery. You have just learned 7 powerful strategies that can completely transform your relationship with home organization. Each of these tips has been tested and approved by people who have managed to create homes that are always clean and welcoming, even with the hustle and bustle of everyday life. Let's quickly review what you've learned. The 2-minute rule will eliminate the accumulation of small clutter. The system of organizing boxes will give everything a specific place. Cleaning by zones will make this task much easier and less tiring. Homemade products will save you money and protect your family. 15 minutes a day will create the habit of organizing. Rotating objects will free up space and reduce visual clutter. And the one in, one out rule will ensure that your home will never be cluttered again. The most important thing is to get started. Choose one of these tips that makes the most sense to you and start applying it today. You don't have to implement them all at once. Start with one, see the results, and then gradually incorporate the others. Remember, small, consistent changes create big transformations over time. Your home can be the peaceful and welcoming place you've always dreamed of. You have all the tools you need now. All you need to do is take the first step. Believe in yourself and your ability to create an organized and harmonious home. Final thoughts. Transforming your home one simple step at a time. As we wrap up today's journey, one thing becomes crystal clear. Creating a clean, welcoming home doesn't require endless hours of work or superhuman effort. It's all about having smart, consistent habits that fit naturally into your daily routine. We've explored 7 practical techniques that can truly change the way you approach home care. From the immediate impact of the 2-minute rule that tackles clutter before it piles up, to the one in, one out rule that helps prevent overwhelming accumulation, these strategies are designed to simplify your life. We also talked about the power of the organizing box system to bring order to chaotic spaces, and how zone cleaning can make even the biggest cleaning tasks feel manageable when broken into small daily actions. Switching to homemade cleaning products is not only a smart way to save money, but also a wonderful step toward a healthier, chemical-free home environment. And let's not forget how dedicating just 15 minutes a day can transform your home over time, while the object rotation method keeps your living spaces feeling fresh and clutter-free without constantly buying new items. But here's the most important takeaway. You don't need to apply all of these tips at once. Start small. Choose the method that feels easiest or most helpful for you right now, and let that be your first step. Once you build momentum, you'll naturally start adopting more strategies, and soon you'll notice your home becoming the peaceful, organized haven you've always dreamed of. Imagine how it will feel to walk into a home that feels calm, welcoming, and under control, where chores don't feel like a burden, but rather small, intentional acts that bring joy to your living space. This isn't just an ideal vision, it's absolutely within your reach. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 7 tips will you try first? Drop a comment below and let's inspire each other on this journey to a more serene and beautiful home. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Timeless Wisdom, and tap the notification bell so you never miss out on more practical, heartwarming tips to enrich your daily life. Also, feel free to share this video with a friend or family member who might be looking for easy ways to bring more peace and order into their home. Thank you so much for joining me today. Stay kind, stay intentional, and I'll see you in the next video.